There are three types of muscle. The first type of muscle is skeletal muscle or voluntary muscle, the same thing. And there's basically a couple of different properties to look for. Number one, all of the muscle fibers or muscle cells are running in a parallel direction. They should all be going in the same way. Two, it's striated. In this first slide, you don't really see the striations up close, but they're there. And lastly, you want to look for multiple peripheral nuclei. In the next slide, it's a little bit easier to see the striations. Again, all the muscle fibers are running in the same direction, and you can really make out multiple peripheral nuclei on each muscle fiber. Cardiac muscle is also striated, but it's different from skeletal muscle in that it is branched. It has a single central nucleus, and there are intercalated discs, which are those small, sort of almost thread-like dark bands that separate the ends of individual muscle cells. Here's another example of cardiac muscle. You don't really see the striations very well, but you can make out some branching, and you can make out the nucleus in the center of each muscle fiber, and then there's some scattered intercalated discs. Smooth muscle is not striated. It is actually spindle-shaped, which means it's fat in the center and it's pulled tight at the ends. It has got multiple muscle cells in this particular slide, so there's going to be an abundance of nuclei. The other thing to look for with smooth muscle is that it's often running in opposing layers. So you can see most of the slide is a longitudinal section, and the lower left corner is actually a cross section. So the nuclei are never going to line up into channels the same way that it does with dense regular connective tissue, but smooth muscle is also one you need to kind of practice.